Hey guys, how's it going? It's Billy back again, 2 days in a row with videos. I wanted to kind of jump in on some videos, some threads that have been going around the last couple of weeks that have touched on the subject of bands maybe that you are really into, that the VC might not be into, or there's another one, the one that I'm going to do in this video, bands that bands that the VC loves that you hate, and I shouldn't say hate. I think I'm going to approach this kind of the same way that Brandon did, and just say I just don't, because I don't want this to be a hate thread or anything. Because everybody, I get it, everybody has different tastes. There's certain things that I love that people are like, what in the hell are you thinking? Why do you listen to that stuff? It's terrible. And that's what makes the world go round. So with that being said, I have five or maybe just a couple more things to show off here of bands or artists that the VC seems to really, everybody seems to really love. You see people showing their stuff all the time and hyping them up and just going crazy about these artists or bands, and I'm just over here like, really? So here we go. I'm going to jump right into this and start off with first of all, I've got to say Neil Young. Y'all know, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know how I feel about Neil Young. I don't even have anything for Neil Young. I do have stuff for these other artists. Like I said, it's not a hate thread. It's just I may actually like some of their stuff, but I don't see the widespread love everything in their catalog type of love from me that you do see typically from other VC members. But Neil Young, I don't have anything by Neil Young in my collection. I do buy collections, and I will tend to get some stuff. Like I sent David Michael a Neil Young Freedom, and I sent another copy of Neil Young's Freedom to Ben. And I know those are very highly sought after records, but those guys appreciated them much more than I ever would have. So there you have it. So I don't have any Neil Young in my collection. Neil Young would be one of them. The second one would be the Rolling Stones. I did show this record in another video. I picked up this record just simply because of 2000 Man, the Kiss cover. And I've got to be honest, folks, this is the worst record I have in my collection. I actually put it on and gave it a spin, and it is terrible. I don't get it whatsoever. Maybe it's just me. I know people must love it, but I don't get it. As far as the Rolling Stones in general, I do have a distinct hatred for that record. Give me a Rolling Stones greatest hits record, Hot Rocks or whatever it is, their greatest hits couple records, and I'm good. I'm fine with that. The second artist here, or the next artist, would be David Bowie. I know I'm gonna catch hell for a lot of this, but like I said, it's not that I hate these artists. It's just that I don't get them as much as maybe a lot of you guys do. This is Diamond Dogs here. I gotta be honest. I never really got into Bowie. But I do have some stuff. Like I said, I pick up collections, and there are things in there, and I do keep stuff just to have, because our tastes do change. So I did give Ziggy Stardust a spin a while back before I traded it, and actually quite enjoyed it. But most of his stuff I just don't jive. It doesn't jive with me. So there's Bowie. The next one, I'm probably going to get flack from a lot of you guys on this one too, but Alice Cooper. This is one of those guys that my dad loved. Alice Cooper, and I just he was always playing Alice Cooper, and especially this one here. I'm 18. I'll show the inner. It's got a pretty cool little air. I will say I do have a handful of Alice Cooper things in my collection, but it's something that I just don't grab and put on and spin. There are a handful of things of his that I do enjoy listening to, but for the most part, I don't dig it. And a lot of people just seem to go gaga over his stuff. Frank Landry, Channel 33. Frank loves him. Love you, Frank. Love your channel, but I don't get it. The next one, I'm gonna save that one for last because I know I'm gonna get crapped on for that. But this one here is one that of all these, there is no hate here. It's just that I know this artist or this band gets a lot of love, and I don't dislike it because I love this record. This record, of course, it's got the hits to me. It kind of takes me back to a time when things were a lot more carefree and easygoing. Songs like Free Fallin', I Won't Back Down, Running Down a Dream, the songs like that just take me back to that time when I was younger and a lot less responsibilities and things like that. And I do dig it, so I'm happy to have this in my collection. And I have probably the majority of Tom Petty stuff in my collection, and I enjoy it from time to time, but nothing like some diehards do. I think he's reissued a lot of his stuff on these box sets, and people are just going crazy over that. I think maybe even David Michael might have those. I'm not sure. David, chime in and let me know. But I'm like, the money they were asking for those things is just absurd. So there's Tom Petty. Like I said, it's not a hatred thing. I do enjoy his stuff, just not quite as much as everybody else does. And last but not least, it's no secret, the Beatles. This is my dad's original copy of the White Album. And the Beatles is another one of those bands that I don't have a distinct hatred for. I just don't get the over-the-top craziness for the Beatles. Like I said, this is my dad's original pressing. It's kind of beat. I gotta kind of hold it together here. I mean, it's beat all the hell. It still has the inserts, I believe. I don't know if there were postcards in here or something. Anyway, it's I don't get this album. It's too long. It's too drawn out. It's too just out there. It doesn't flow like an album to me should flow. I'm gonna put this down because it's throwing off the light. But the Beatles are one of those bands that my dad just idolized, and like a lot of you guys in the VC do. Like I said, it's not a thing that I hate the Beatles. I just I don't like them nearly as much as a lot of you guys do. I do enjoy some of their stuff. Like I said, probably give me a handful of their records. I prefer their more. There's kind of two ends of the spectrum to me with the Beatles. There's the old Beatles stuff, which I can deal with, and then there's the more chill Beatles stuff like Let It Be, and even the John Lennon's, the Yesterday and Let It Be and things like that I really do enjoy. I like the chill stuff, and I like the early stuff, but the stuff like Obla Di Obla Da and the Yellow Submarine and all that other stuff, man, I just, no way. So there's that. Like I said, it's not a hate thing. It's just it is what it is. So that's 5 or more bands that the VC tends to show a lot of love for that I just don't get. It's not that I hate them. I just don't get them. I don't hate them except for Neil Young. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check in my next video. I'll have 5 or more bands that I love that the VC probably doesn't show a lot of love for. So, guys, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.